Hi everyone, how are you? Akashalite here. This weekend is International Yoga Day and I wanted to do a quick video on the benefits that yoga has brought to me and my life, and I hope it will inspire you to try it out. So how did I get started with yoga? It was roughly about 10 years ago when I was working in Singapore. I had a manager who did Bikram yoga at the time, and he was telling me the benefits of yoga. And then I met a lady at work and who was later now a good friend. I joined her, and so we went around looking for yoga centers in Singapore. In Singapore, I think they gave like a free trial, and then you can pay $50, and then and you go every day for 7 days for $50. And so we went to different yoga centers to try out which one we felt comfortable with. And then once we did find the center that we were comfortable with, then because I wasn't sure whether I would be committed to signing like a long-term plan, so what I did was I bought a $50 voucher that allowed me to go for 7 days every day. And so I did that, and she came along with me to those sessions. And so then we kind of like found our center that we liked, and then after those 7 sessions I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. But my first couple of days with yoga was quite painful actually. Like I wasn't expecting like after the first day my body would be so sore, because I think like I was stretching all these muscles that I didn't even know existed. And then I just went to work like this, and like people were saying, oh my god, what happened to you? And I said, oh, I tried yoga and like now I'm like very painful. But I still kept going because my yoga buddy said that you need to keep going, because if you stop and start, then you'll never kind of get into it. So I said, okay, I'll keep going. And so we on day 2 and day 3, it was still painful, but then I realized like the pain started going away. Up until day 4, it was actually okay. So I guess the body adjusted and everything. So that was one of the more painful experiences that I had with yoga. But like once I got used to it, it was actually okay. And then I also found that at the beginning of my yoga practice, yoga journey, my breathing, I thought I was breathing properly, and then I realized I wasn't breathing properly at all. And so we learned how to breathe properly, because I was falling down quite a bit during the yoga practice, and I didn't understand why. And then the instructor explained to me that I need to breathe, like don't hold your breath when you're trying to do your poses. You have to breathe, keep your breathing constant so that you can get into the pose. And then once you're into the pose, you keep breathing and just let gravity do its work. So if you're doing like forward bends, or you're trying to get into a stretch, like you breathe into it, you don't kind of like force yourself into it. So that was like a very, very useful tip that the instructor gave me at the time, because I was like trying to do this pose and holding my breath, and I kept falling over. And then I realized that when I breathed into it, I was more stable. So I realized that yoga helps you build mental stability and also physical stability. It's very, very it's a very, very good activity to do, because with the physical part, I was more stable. Like even when I was sitting or I was standing, I was more aware of my body posture, because I was like slouching and I didn't even notice. And as we were going through class, the instructor was teaching us like he was trying to get us to be more aware of our environment, of what we're thinking and what we're doing. And he was explaining like, you know, when you're standing, be aware of how your posture is. And so that was like more the physical side, and also to build strength in the body, because a lot of the yoga poses actually help you build strength in the body as you're doing it. Some of them are really tough. It's not all about, like, sometimes when you're looking at advertisements, it looks like it's really nice and relaxing, but it gives you a body workout as much as going to the gym and lifting those weights. So I can guarantee you that it's not just like sitting and meditating. You actually really work out each muscle of your body, and yeah, and it's like a full body workout. And then with the mind, it helps me settle the mind and keep the mind stable. Because before I started yoga, my mind was all like always chattering. I'm thinking about this, thinking about that, and planning this, planning that, thinking about behind and future. It was like all over the place. And then when I started doing the yoga practice, and because I was regulating the way I was breathing, I found that my mind was more calm and more stable, and I didn't react to situations like negatively, and I didn't react so quickly. Like I would like, okay, it looks interesting. Or I would think, like, take a step back and think about it before I reacted. So with the yoga, it really helps build mental acuity. I think that's how I can explain it. It really makes you become very aware of what's going through your mind, and your thought processes, your emotions. And yeah, so these are the two key benefits that that yoga has brought to me. More recently, I've learned that you can actually, there's a thing called yoga for manifestation. So it's a practice where it's a little bit of law of attractions and how to manifest things into your reality. And I've joined a course online, and it's teaching us how to use yoga and our mindset and law of attraction, and how to bring that all together in one package, and to help us manifest what we want into our reality quicker. And for me, it's been a very, very good and interesting journey, and I was very skeptical about that when I first started, but over the 7 weeks, I became comfortable with what I was learning and putting into practice, and I must say it does work. So that's it. That's all I have for my share on yoga, and I hope that's given you some inspiration to go and try it. And happy Yoga Day. Cheers. Bye.